Hi everybody, I'm just putting in the fail-safe stuff. Okay, so I'm here to answer any questions that you've got about this week's material. Also, as usual, to run through it, just give you a little playthrough of what the tasks were for this week. If you're watching, please do let me know who is watching. It's really good to know. And ask any questions if you do have any. So let's get to it. First of all, what's a ukulele, Kenneth? The whole playthrough. So let's go to page 18 in the books if you're following along with the book at home. Page 18. Here we go. So as always, just make sure your ukulele is in tune before we do anything. G, C, E, A. Good way to test it is that it should sound really nice if you just press on the fret 2 on the G string, like so, which is that A minor chord, which of course shows up in What's a Ukulele, Kenneth? Oh, watchers, please let me know who's watching. It's really nice to know, and ask me any questions as well. Cool, so let's have a look at What's a Ukulele, Kenneth? Start at section A. We've got this rhythm, dun, dun, gap, dun, 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 gap, gap. So on a ukulele, gap. Next up, A minor, which is fret 2 on the G and strum through all the strings. Gap. F, which is fret 1 on the C string. So we want 2, open, 1, open. Gap, gap. So let me play through the first section. Okay, and so section B, as we've looked at before, we're looking at groups of 3 notes here. So if you can split it up into groups of 3 with that gap at the start, you're really in a good position for this song. So we're going to start off with a gap, and it's going to be rest, rest, rest. So let me play that again for you slower. Note that I am using the correct fingers for each fret. So if we've got fret 3, we're using finger 3. Fret 2 is finger 1, and I'm sure you figured it out. Fret 1 is finger 1. So running through section B again. And the next line, bar 9. Now, as you can see, we've got those repeat bars. You can almost think of them as brackets surrounding section B. So at the start of bar 5 and at the end of bar 12, we repeat everything that's inside these brackets. So we would go from the start of section B. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to the start. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and finish it with a big C major chord. So I hope you're all getting on okay with this. Obviously been looking at this for a few weeks. So with this full playthrough, just take your time. Make sure you do split it up into groups. This is the best way to learn things like this. Does anyone have any questions about What's a Ukulele, Kenneth, at all? How to do it? Anything really? Tuning? can't read the tab. Help with the notation, which is the rhythm above the tablature. The chords, absolutely any questions at all regarding this. And feel free to ask any questions regarding this as I move on, because we can always go back to things. Learning music is a lot of hopping around between different topics. So let's have a look at the next one. We've got Uke at the Stars, bars 11 to 12. So what we want is we want page 12 for this one. Okay. Level 2, of course, is the green one right at the bottom. So we're going to start from section A. And again, we've got these groups of 3 notes, but we've got one long one at the start of these. So if you think of it as a group of 3, actually the last one would be the long one. So that is the one at the start of bar 2. So let's run through this. So we're going to start with an open C. Note the use of fingers. 2, 1. And that was section 1. So let me run through again, slightly slower. Okay, so let's have a look at section B from bar 9. So we're going to split this up into 2 parts. So you can see that bar 9 and 10 have the same rhythm as bar 11 and 12. So you can see the same pattern of shapes in the notation above the transcription here, above the tablature. So we're going to go for fret 2 on the A string. So we're going to go like so. So that group of 3 and the group of 4 is what we're going for there. So let me play you bar 11 to 12, and we've got this. So all together, bars 9 to 12, like so. I'll play it correct this time. That was a little bit better. Not quite right still. But we're going to look at the repeat bars as well. You can see that it's like brackets here. So we're going to go for, like so, we're going to play it twice. Back to the start of bar 9. And end it with an open C. So we are at the end of this piece now. So if you want to start getting ahead for next week and start practicing this all as one piece, that will be very useful. So try and put this all together if you can, splitting it up into groups as usual. So this section B is good to split it up into groups of 2 bars. Does anyone have any questions about Uke at the Stars at all? Please do leave them in a comment section. The comment section should be below or to the right, depends on what format you're watching it in. Please do let me know if you've got any questions. By the way, on page 13, or across the page, this is a really useful thing to look at because these are chords that we know. So, for example, the C major, what you can do is play an arpeggio by playing each of the strings on their own, like so. So, it's just outlining all the notes in the chord. If you're feeling a little bit left behind by some of the stuff we're looking at, this is a really good way of practicing your targeting on the strings. Make sure you're hitting the right strings at the right time. And of course, the right time is dictated by yourself there. It's whatever feels comfortable. So, next up is Johnny Ukulele, level 3. Now, I know we haven't looked at any level 3 stuff yet, but this is not scary. This is just quarter notes and a nice long whole note at the end in bar 2. So, all we're going to do is start with an open E string, 2 on the C, open C, 2 on the C, and then an open C again. So, and one more time. So this is not that scary. This is really nice and easy, and actually easier than some level 2 stuff we've been looking at. So do feel free to have a look at this and even look ahead if you would like, because the bars 3 to 4 hold the same rhythm as the bars 1 to 2. So we can go on the C string. This is the E string, sorry. The E string, open, 3, A string, open, 2, and then 3 on the E. So bars 3 to 4. And now if I were to put them all together, this is the whole first line. So it's a really nice sounding melody, all moving around this A minor and the G chord. So really do try and give this a go, bars 1 to 2 at least. And if you can continue into bars 3 and 4, please do that as well. That was wrong. Sounds cool, but it's not right. So let's try again. Any questions about Johnny Ukulele at all? While you're thinking of questions, I'm just going to play through level 2. So we start on the A string, and we're going to go 3, 2, 3, 2, open. E string, 3, 1, open. So if you want to practice this moving your fingers around to Johnny Ukulele, level 2 would be a good warm-up, and then you can have a look at this first line in level 3 of Johnny Ukulele. So let me play you through Johnny Ukulele level 3 again. Goes like so. Does anyone have any questions regarding Johnny Ukulele or anything at all on the ukulele, tuning, maybe you've snapped a string? Any feedback as to the level or the grading of these pieces? Maybe you're finding them a little bit too easy or too hard. There's no shame in saying that it's too hard, because lots of learning music is hard. And so I just need to be able to target these correctly. So if anyone's got any questions or information about how you're getting on with this, please do leave a comment. Okay, good luck with this for the rest of the week. Best of luck, and just keep working on it. If it's too hard, go slowly, or look back at an earlier level of the pieces. Don't rush it. And also the Sound Slice is a really useful resource here, which was sent out with the lessons as well. I hope you've all been looking at the Sound Slice links or the books. So good luck with this, and I'll see you next week.